Heyo everybody, Hanko here with my review for Fukigen no Mononoke and episode 6. We're halfway through the season, as crazy as that sounds already. Time's just flying by. But I'm finally inching my way closer to actually having these videos up on time. I want to have them up on the day the episode comes out, but yeah, things keep getting in the way. Either way, starting from the beginning, let's talk about this one. I really like this episode, and I think you'll see at the end that my score for it kind of shows that, but I really like this one a lot. It did a lot to develop the characters. It had that good episodic feel that I like for shows like this. And in addition, I thought that the way it handled characters was really good and really entertaining. So starting from the beginning, Haruitsuki tells Hanae to take the day off, but Hanae won't do it. And I said last episode that when all the stuff happened in the underworld, I thought Hanae should have stood up for himself and the work he's done and the good he's done for yokai. I felt like he should have stood up for himself a bit more and stood up for his work a bit more. This isn't that. This is kind of different conceptually, but it's similar. This is also a very good thing. Him deciding that, no, I can't take a day off, that might make me start to resent yokai, and the more time I spend away, the less likely I might be to pick it back up, which I thought was really good. And to just spell it out for us with his internal monologue and all of it turned out really well. I thought it was all good. So we get introduced to the concept of the photo club's overnight trip. Hanae then is overexerting himself using his newfound ability to sense yokai, an ability that he gained after his contact with the executive, it would seem. So Haruitsuki basically says, okay, me and you, Hanae, we're going to go on the 3-day photo club trip, but we're going to do it for the purpose of training you to be able to sense yokai without getting all overexerted. Yaiko sneaks out. I love him. Everything about Yaiko is so good, and all the little small things in the voice acting are always so great. Yaiko's voice actor is amazing, but I love when he just whispers, "I'm leaving Senko," and then runs away. I love how he just sneaks out by doing that, and the fact that he rode the bus the entire way there and Hanae couldn't tell. It was all so good. So then from there, sorry, I lost my place in my notes. Hanae has to basically learn to sense Yaiko by playing hide and seek, because Yaiko's good at hiding his presence or whatever. So we have a fun training sequence. I liked it a lot personally. Of course we constantly see crows watching, of course. Then Hanae and Yaiko have a really funny scene together when they're back at the room at first, before Haruitsuki leaves to go get the herb yukata or whatever. And then once he leaves, we have this cool scene where again Yaiko tries to scare Hanae, and Hanae ends up using a power similar to Haruitsuki's that we just recently saw him use, and we get our first introduction of what that is. It's called influence, and it's basically a force over the yokai's will. So definitely not a good thing. Kind of like they said, a double-edged sword. It can be very harmful to yokai, but if you're really in danger, you're going to need to use it to protect yourself from yokai. Then we have the training the next day, where Hanae takes it really calmly and learns to senses at least a yokai once, without getting all dizzy. All of that was good, and at the very end, the legislator, Rippo, whichever you want to call him, he asks the Mononokean to deliver a message. And I think, yeah, that's where we left. There were a lot of really good small details in the episode. I really liked that. The biggest thing for me is I love the development that it's done for the characters over time, whether it's Haruitsuki over the course of the entire series growing to soften his stances on humans a bit, or whether it's Hanae starting to develop more and more yokai sensing abilities or influence or whatever. I like that it's something that we didn't just immediately jump into in the first season or anything. It's something that slowly developed over time. I like that a lot. And yeah, I love the show and the general vibe of it, and I thought that this was a really great episode. So as a score, I'm going to give it a really high one. It's a short review because there's nothing really negative to say, nothing to pick apart. Everything was really good in my opinion. I like the art style a lot. I'd give it 9 influences out of 10. I liked this episode a lot, and I hope you did too. So I don't want to waste your time, I guess. I guess I'm going to end the video here. Like, if you did like the video, comment down there, tell me what you thought of this chapter, or this episode, what you thought of my thoughts on it. Subscribe for more. Fukigen and Mononoke and Suzuki, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. I'll try to keep you updated there and stuff for the channel, or talk to you there. And if you want a link to our Discord server to talk to me or more of us about this series or any other series, then just ask and I can give you a link to the Discord server. So, yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all next time.